I closed 2 deals in 1 hour. I wasn't thinking that I'm gonna close.
Just don't stop.
This was the first time I made any online dollar. I was refreshing for no reason.
Here's how a community member made $7,300 in 1 hour with his sales automation agency.
Mr. Aron, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, bro. Now I'm talking to you. I'm doing better.
That's awesome to hear.
How are you, man?
I'm doing great. It's always nice to talk to you, my friend. How many deals you've closed in 1 hour?
Bro, I closed 2 deals in 1 hour, and I wasn't like thinking that I'm gonna close. I was like already having fever, so I was already down. I'm feeling not energetic. So I was like, let's just do it and see what happens. I was even thinking of skipping those 2 calls, but I I made myself to do it. I sat, and maybe because of fever, I closed because I didn't give too much attention
And how
to
much?
the wrong things.
And how much did you end up making?
$7,200. Yeah, in 1 hour, and this was the first time I made any online dollar, so it was a big deal for me.
So the first time you actually made money on the internet?
Yeah,
How did that
so
feel?
it was 10 times better. If I have already made money from the internet, maybe it's a good thing. Well, it was like a magic, bro. Is this even true? Like you just
I saw
press
it.
few buttons on the keyboard and it prints money. And
I mean, think about it.
I really like it,
Think
man.
about the beauty about sales systems is you go into the market, you pick someone off the market, you get them on a call, and you close them. Think about how badass that is.
Yeah,
So
just
cool, right?
I was just exactly this is what I was thinking, that you just put few buttons and
Yeah.
you just press it in a right order, and boom, someone's sitting, trusting you and giving you the money. It's not about money, it's about like trusting. They're taking their time out, and that's the level of impact this thing can have. Bro, I really loved that when it happened, and this is exactly what I was thinking, man.
What was the feeling like when you first received that Stripe payment?
Bro, feeling like I don't know, out of this world. Like, what is this? What is this? I was refreshing for no reason, checking again and again.
Classic.
Like, is it even true?
Classic.
Like, yeah, like everybody does. Like, they make sure it's in account or not, or like where how it's gonna come out and all that
Yeah.
stuff. I was worrying about that, how it's like it should reflect in my bank account, and it was like too overwhelming, too unreal that I wasn't even uh, uh, accepting that I made it.
Yeah, I love hearing this, man, because I totally relate to this. The first time I got my payments off of clients using sales systems, I remember like the feelings after that. I never experienced a better feeling after that in terms of like money, receiving
Bro,
money in your
yeah,
bank account.
it's
It stays
it
forever.
it it was quick euphoria, bro.
Yeah, I like
It
the
was a
word
quick
euphoria.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a euphoria. Whole life changed for 1 hour, and but yeah, it is enough to get started and never look back.
Yeah. So
And that's what
how
I
many
appreciate
clients
it
do you
for.
have currently now?
I have I would say of two are which I'm working on their campaign, and two are in the process, and one in the loop. So we can say three.
And a month before that, how many clients did you have?
Minus clients. Even if I was sending emails, I was getting hit, so it was minus clients.
Oh man. What were you doing before starting your own sales system agency?
I had so many interests, so I was trying a lot of stuff. Sometimes in a job, sometimes kicked out of job, sometimes trying to be monk, sometimes trying to be uh, I don't know, different businesses. I went into real estate for 1 month and I couldn't stick, and I tried a corporate job too. I couldn't stick, but this thing I stick, bro. This thing I sticked. Maybe the conviction, maybe the predictability, maybe the comfort of knowing that it can work because of mathematics. Maybe that's why I sticked. But bro, this is the reason, like, this thing worked, and I trusted the genius you have, and here we are.
Yeah. Congratulations, my friend. Like, I saw like your journey from going like from zero all the way to now. And I love that. It's like the hero's journey.
When I booked the first call with you, where you didn't even have like a community back then.
Yeah, man. I
So
wasn't, yeah, I didn't see the reason why I opened the community is because I was part of other communities and I was sharing so much value. And I remember it was a weekly call. And then I was making around 40K a month with my own sales system agency. And they were like, yeah, come in, like, share a little bit of value. And for me, I can't just share a little bit of value. I need to share everything, you know? I don't know why. It's just something weird with me.
yeah,
Maybe I'm crazy. I'm kidding. But I just shared everything. And people were like, yeah, make a community, make a community. So I was like, I don't know how to do
let's
this.
go.
Yeah, like I didn't know how to do this. So I was like, you know what? Let me just do it. And
Right.
it started off as basically couple, like maybe 60 or 70 members, right? And I just recorded like an entire course for them. Is exactly my business model.
Yeah, I was one of them. I saw it from blank
Yeah,
canvas
see,
to
the
building
main reason why I
your.
opened the community is because you and a couple people, right? They were like, yeah, make a community. I was like, okay, let's just do it, you know? Like, I didn't have the intention to do it. I didn't know what, like, how this works. We have people pulling 30K a month, like, people changing their life, man. Like, I think this is, like, basically how I found my ikigai. If you like, it's like a Japanese thing where the thing that you're doing makes you money, but at the same time helps other people, and at the same time it feels like play for you, right? It's not really work, right? Because I get energetic when I'm helping people, you know.
Exactly, man. I know how you think. You really feel happy helping
Yeah,
other.
yeah,
It's a happy thing. Like, you really do feel happy because you can see, like, I have done this struggle, and I just don't want you to do it. You can
yeah,
trust me
yeah.
because I'm giving you the right thing, right
But
ingredient. You can trust me. You can trust on this dish. I'm telling you, because I have done it. I've tried everything. This is how you think. I know, man. But this is exactly what these people need, man.
I want you to outline the journey. What were the first few steps, the first couple steps, right? Just so people that are watching can understand and basically have the vision in their mind how that looks.
So, first step I did was I just started doing research, as all the fool INTJ does, start with the research for no reason instead of starting the thing.
Yeah.
So I knew, like, I have to start it, but I have to research. Don't know why, and it doesn't make any sense. But that time it made sense. First I was copying and pasting you. Okay, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just copying you and pasting whatever you do on the screen in the same exact order, and the automation has to look the same. You can change the layout of automation. I
Yeah.
was even copying your layout as well. So I was copying everything you were doing, and I didn't know it's building a foundation. Like, man, wait, like, I'm learning this stuff. Even though I'm copying, I'm learning. At the end, I'm learning. I can say how to pull in a trigger. I didn't know. I didn't know that automation is a thing. And and when you, like, showed me JSON and all that, man, if it was someone else, the moment I see JSON language, I would have skipped the video. I was anti AI. In fact, the transformation ad is, I'm like in favor of AI, because it made me money. So if it didn't, I was against it. Yeah, I was just copying, pasting you, like, how to build draft, how to set up the automation, how to you even reach out, how to even copy paste the email.
Yeah. Many people
That's
actually do that when they watch my videos. And this
yeah.
funny is because I receive emails from people and they're like, Saad, I implemented what you showed in the last 10 videos and now I'm at 15K MRR. I'm like, whoa, damn, okay. Can I get a rev share?
Bro, but yeah, I just copied you, man. To be honest, I won't, like, come off as smart as people try to be, but reality is I just copied you and it worked.
Let me tell you something, man. Everybody
Yeah.
copies everybody. Let me think about it. Like
Mm.
TikTok, right? When they came up with TikToks, eventually we have now YouTube Shorts and we have IG Reels. Okay, like the big companies copy each other. Like there's a quote
Right.
by a famous. It's called. I believe it was Isaac Newton, and he said, "The only reason I saw a little farther than other men is because I stood on the shoulders of the greatest." See,
Man, this is great.
like
This is I love
everybody
it.
just copies everybody, so don't feel bad about copying.
I love the how easy it can be. You just copy, press some buttons, boom,
Yeah.
here's money.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, if you want me to simplify the process,
Yeah.
copy and iterate. You know, iterate as soon as you see an error, iterate and boom, money. Simple, simple 3-step formula.
I mean, think about it. Like mentorship is the same thing as reading a book, right? When you
Right.
read a book, you want to learn about something so you can implement that. Obviously, the services that ended up being profitable for you are sales systems, right? Why didn't you just try to sell random automations, just like everyone is trying to do?
I didn't know a concept offer. Well, there is a concept such as offer. You have a product, you go in the market and you sell it. This is what I used to believe because it's not about selling automation. At the end, you are a building business.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not,
100%.
and that's the difference here.
Yes.
That we are not here to sell the automation. Automation is just a thing that came. We are here to build real stuff. And this is what I learned. I feel like even I'm in a stage where I'm confident about everything. Like I can do any business right now because I understood the important concept of business is to sell, and this is what I learned throughout the step. It's like I was really getting good at sale. You don't have to speak well, but you know you make the other person sit in front of you and pay you for the service and believe in you. That is a skill.
Yeah.
And that's what I learned.
Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah. See, the thing is that you can apply the fundamentals that I teach in any business.
Right.
Any
Exactly.
business. That's
This
the cool
is
part.
exactly.
Yeah. And the cool part about sales systems is it's predictable, reliable. You can do it for a long term, like long time. Problem with selling automations or random automation is just every single time you're selling a different thing, you're building a different thing. Okay. There's always going to be scope creep, right? So you can't really like template things, right? Because every time you work with somebody, they want to add, they want a completely different thing, right? So you can't really productize, okay? So you're gonna, because I used to have this exact same thing because I was a glorified freelancer. I like to call it glorified freelancer. Was just doing one-off projects with no predictability, right? So I understood this, and people that I were in my circle, they stayed, you know, in other communities that I was in, they stayed selling just random automations. But, you know, they didn't scale. It's just the cold hard truth, you know?
And if I'll tell you honestly, like the value of this thing, it's not money, bro. You're talking to founders. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not talking to a random guy
It's
and selling random stuff.
Think about it.
You are talking to founders. The last expensive thing you will make is the network, bro.
Yeah.
You will make network, and it's like there is no way that you are not going to be succeed if you like go all in because you are meeting founders, you are talking to them at the end, taking a look into their business, and you're learning.
Yeah.
And
100%.
I think if I stick to this business, I will learn more than any other business.
Yeah.
This is what I think.
100%.
I might make the same money.
Yeah.
But I will learn more here. All this I feel confident in this thing, bro.
We're basically seeing all the sides of the entire business. You're literally putting person A with person B, right, in the same room, and then you make money out of that. But you understand both person A and B, you know? You understand both their services, right? And you understand your own service and how we can help them too, right? So and the cool part is it's purely conversations, right?
Perfect.
Because conversations leads to opportunities, right?
Right.
Because one conversation with a founder, right, it can open up like so many opportunities to referrals, so many connections, right? Imagine you work with a founder and that founder, you over deliver for them, right? They're going to love you. They're going to refer you to other companies that are making millions of dollars. So now we have a big network of these people.
Right.
Imagine.
Exactly. You know, you are you're getting network for free.
Yeah.
This is the thing. You're free. You're not even paying for a network. You're in fact you're getting paid for having a network. Network is bringing value to each other. Exactly, this is what we are doing. We are bringing value to other businesses, and they are bringing value to other businesses, and that's how the chain works. So I really like free network with money coming in. I really like this idea.
So I want to ask you, what were the biggest challenges you've had in this journey?
Man, shiny object syndrome.
Oh man, that's a
That's
big
the
one.
worst.
Yeah.
I don't think there is any other challenge bigger than this. I can be productive, unproductive. That's a fixable thing. But how do you fix not being trusting something new? How do you fix not try to be attracted to that new automation?
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't work. So it was unfixable thing. That was the worst part, and that was the biggest hurdle I had to come.
Yeah. They always say this: you need to pick your mountain, be the king or the queen of that mountain, own it.
I have to own it, and I have to let other person guide me.
Yeah.
I allowed myself to be guided. That's when
Yeah.
I got out of shiny object syndrome. The moment I allowed myself, like I'll be guided. I'm a blank canvas. I'll be guided. I stopped thinking. I was like, let's just do it and learn stuff along the way
It's
and
literally
enjoy the
just do
journey.
it. It's literally just do it. Get out there, take action. Right? I believe in you.
And I just got guided by the mentor, and I allowed myself to be guided. That's the important part, and this is how I started being productive as well. I was never productive before. Always want to do others different things at different times. So but yeah, this is how I'm sticking to it, because of this one habit I got to develop.
Yeah. Was there a moment you wanted to quit?
Yeah, there were moments, and there were you. I used to call you, I used to message you, and boom, fix. What else?
Yeah.
What else you need? Bro, I really love the level of attention you give to everyone in the community. I really love. You like every single comment. I really love you reply and sit, and you write a big ass reply to the user
Yeah.
for a small query. I'm like that user, if he really digs in, he can find the answer on the community, but you still repeat it.
Yeah. I mean,
Bro, that was
I mean, the
that's very rare in a community. I'm telling you, bro, that's very rare.
I know, like, because I've been in other communities and the leader is never, like, nowhere to be found. Right?
Exactly. You
I
you
mean,
know
see, the thing
this wasn't
is,
a
let me tell you
community.
something. Like,
Yeah.
people that join
Mm.
SSM, they love talking. They just love talking to me. Like, they love, like, talking. They're in DMs, like, they ask questions, etc. And I think this is the real juice about a community, right? It's not like just you come in, you never talk to the leader, right? The person who actually done the thing that you want to do, right? Like, it's gonna get, like, when you talk to that person, you're gonna be so motivated. Think about how cool that is, right? Instead of just watching
Exactly.
them, instead of like watching him just or her in a screen, right? But like reading their posts, you know, the
Exactly.
natural, because it's conversations. This is what a community is, right?
Exactly. The thing was, you are really approachable. I really loved that initially. The thing, you were really approachable. So I used to write every question. Doesn't matter how silly it is, how complex it is, if you have to say. But I write it down, and you gave it complete attention the way I gave it to,
Yeah, I
and
try
I
my
really
best.
loved it.
So when I receive a question, it's kind of like I can predict the follow-up question, so I can just write the entire thing. You know, I'm pretty fast. Like like pretty fast with my computer, right?
Yeah, and the way you by the way, the way you structure your answer, I really love it. You say, you make complex to complex topic pretty
Yeah,
understandable. I'm telling you, these DNS stuff, I really hate them. I just can't sit. But you made it so easy to understandable, because you can break it down in your head, and maybe you have a complex problem solved in your head, and you know how to make it optimized. If you have to make it learn to, I know you can think in this way. You really optimize even your answers. I really love that.
yeah, yeah. I know.
I know it's out of context, but I love that you are like pro at it.
What would be a piece of advice that you would give someone, right, that is hearing this and is like, okay, this looks cool, but I don't think I can do it. When you first get started, we all have limits and beliefs. Maybe if I'm not enough, maybe I will fail, right? And it's just basically everybody has this, you know. If you guys are watching this, everybody has this, okay? In any level,
Right.
even if you're making billions of dollars, trust me. Most people
Right.
that are making billions of dollars don't know what their next step is. You just enter that dark, obscure room and you just go step by step, right? Nobody's guaranteeing you, right, that
Right.
you'll be fine, you know? But you just take the risk
Right.
anyway. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts
Yeah.
about this.
You have to go with one mentor. You have to trust one person. If you like look at every single video on the YouTube and think this person has done this, the other person have done this, so like he can be right, he could be wrong. So you like try to piece back the puzzle, or you're literally taking advices of different people so on the internet.
I think people can really
And
like sniff out if someone is bullshit or real.
yeah,
It's super easy.
exactly. But you have to follow one line consistently, and consistently stick to it, and just you have to trust.
Yeah.
That's the important thing. If you don't trust the other person, you will always love the new automation.
Yeah.
You have to trust at the end, and trust in the ability. I'm not saying just go to the Saad thing, or like if you go anywhere on the internet, trust. You make sure you really trust the person. If you meet him in the person, and you're investing time and your money, at the end you need to trust. You just do your little recruitment thing, trust that person. If you could, if you can't, then find another person. I trusted Saad. You think that you can't build automation, but I'm telling you, you can. You think you can't do that code, you can just copy it, you can just do it, bro. I'm telling you, you can do that thing. Whatever you think. So stop thinking about it.
100%.
That's the main thing, is to stop thinking about it, just do it.
The moment we realize we can do better, it's truly amazing.
So you should trust it. Trust your gut that, yeah, you're thinking right. You can do better.
Guys, the answer is within you. The answer is
Right.
within you, right? Every answer is within you. You can trust your gut, right? And just do it. Once you understand that everything is within you, you can start to tap into this. I like to call it the infinite abundance, right? Every person, like, there's more than enough, and there's always be enough. You just need to get out there and get what's yours, you know? That's it, literally. Just tune in. Just tune in into that frequency when you are winning. And that frequency of winning is someone who's actually doing the work, right? Because if you envision yourself, okay, I want to be successful, I want to have financial location freedom. Okay, the person that's living in the future that has these things, what is he doing? Let me do them now. Boom. So now you're turning into the frequency of that person. Immediately, all of your decisions are going to change.
But this frequency thing, it really works. It works through the screen as well.
Yeah. What would you do differently if you had to start from scratch? What would you do differently if you had to get if you had to get a client as soon as possible, right? So people can implement this and get themselves a client.
Do the bare minimum, just like you tell in the video. Like, you don't have to have the best system. You know how to make the cheap stuff work. So just do that. It's not going to be like depending on your purchase power, but I think Saad have tried everything from reducing the cost as well. So I really like that. So for the cost wise, I'll just start it, and start with the 12-day program, and then do exactly what he has done, and then wait and get failed, or maybe win at my first campaign. Easily $10,000 a month in matter of 3 months.
I mean, that's definitely like doable in 3 months.
I'll start with the broad niche because of your advice, and to see which one worked the better and which one I like.
Yeah.
And I will just
always go broad, guys. The first niche, always go broad. You do not need to niche down.
Yeah, because you are not the expert, and you never know you can like the niche that you never thought you were going to like it when you first get that client. from that niche.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I know this niche and I like it, I can work with it. So every time you get a client, the niche always going to be added.
So now they pick the niche. What do they do after that?
Okay, I have picked the niche. I'll just go to Apollo
Mhm.
and I will scrape the leads as tight as possible, means as close to the ICP as possible. And after that, I'm going to organize it. I will organize it and I will straight away put it in the automation. I will personalize it. And meanwhile, I will also verify all the emails and
Yeah.
check if they work. And by the way, like I'm assuming that my instantly is set up correctly. All the emails are warming up. Everything's perfect there. This is what I'll do.
Instantly, by the way,
Yeah.
guys, is just a cold email software, right? To send thousands of emails per day. Yeah. Ship
And
it
just
and just ship it.
send. Ship and wait and keep your champagne ready if you have one or anything like that. Just wait, bro. Okay, trust it and have it ready all the time. Okay, maybe not this week, but next week, yeah, it's opening.
So essentially, do things that don't scale. Pick a broad niche, right? Set up your domains, emails, right? You can just copy the copies that I have on YouTube.
Right.
Use that, right? Add your little color to it, add your little spin to it, obviously. And then you can just enter the market, put in the reps, you know? Like, this is a big problem with people in the automation space is that they look at automation as this shiny diamond that people are just going to smell your automation, just buy it from you. You know, I mean, it's not e-commerce. You need to reach out to people, you know? It's a big mistake. They just build all day. And I used to do that myself. They just build all day and they end up not being profitable, right? So thank you so much for your time, Aron, today. Had a lot of fun talking to you, and I'm excited to see where you're gonna be in the next 6 months. 25K coming soon. Now we have 3 clients, right?
Right.
So let me give you some advice. So
Hmm.
since you have these clients now, you want to do some sort of like task prioritization. Okay. So the first 2 hours, 3 hours of your day are going to be purely your own pipeline, your own outreach. Because this big mistake that people do is they focus on delivering projects and like fulfillment, and they forget that on top of funnel, this is where these clients came. Now, if you put all your time and energy in delivery,
I am doing the exact
I've made this
mistake you're
mistake too.
talking about.
The top of funnel needs to always be new clients coming
Right.
in. The first 2-3 hours of your day should be your own outreach, right? The second, I would block like 1 hour, and then I would focus on like 2 hours and focus on fulfillment, right? And then after that, I would just take on calls and conversations with new clients that were going to come from my new sales system campaign. And at the end of the day, I would also focus on fulfillment. So you want to, split your day into outreach, your own outreach, some sort of fulfillment, your own outreach, which is basic closing. And then the last part of your day is going to be delivery. Okay. Because you still want to talk to people that are interested,
Now that you have said that prioritize your block first, bro, this is exactly what I was doing wrong. I know exactly. I have the answer. Yeah, got it, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
This is a really good advice. You have saved so much of my headache, bro. I'm telling you. You have saved so much messages and calls.
Yeah.
Because if I come up with any problem, you have just given me the master solution to any problem.
So you go to the root
Right.
of the problem and you fix it.
Right. You have to be the best, practically perfect person to make me trust in you.
Yeah.
Only then you can make me trust. Otherwise, I'm the best. This is how I think. Okay.
Awesome.
So it has to make the other person move. So, bro, this is what I feel, bro.
Yeah.
You make me move, bro. I'm in a right way right now. I just think that you are here and you're really shining a light, bro. I really love it.
Really excited. Really excited to see the next few months, like I said. And I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Take care, man.
All right. Cheers.
All right, bro. See you.